It's 8 o'clock. Time to dim the lights, settle in close to your radio, and steel your nerves. WIND is taking on a trip into the realm of the frightening and the bizarre. A trip between the lines of reality with your host, Horatio Dark. We now join the master of the macabre, the antiquarian of the insane, your navigator through the netherworld, Horatio Dark, as he reads Between the Lines of Reality.
Oh, well, don't I have feelings about this occurrence? I sure do. It is quite unfortunate. Oh, hello there. You seem to have caught me in the middle of a nondescript activity that is going poorly. Why, it sure is an activity, complete with me doing things. Speaking of, that brings me to a segue. Tonight, we have a story written by a person and read aloud by other people using funny and or dramatic voices. Tonight we present The Typewriter by Todd Gardner here on Horatio Dark's Between the Lines.
Picture a rather unremarkable pulp fiction writer named Alan Asher sitting behind a rather remarkable typewriter. Alan has few belongings and even fewer prospects. He lives with a sense of dread, born out of the notion that his best work may be behind him. Although Alan has more than paid his dues, he still has bills to pay, and so he lives and writes out of a small, sparsely furnished, extended stay deluxe room at an outdated, sun-beaten motor lodge nestled in the Mojave Desert. For $350 a month, the room provides the barest of necessities. Its best attribute is that it's miles away from any of the big city distractions that took their toll on Alan's tenure as the darling of the NYC literary circles. His only window overlooks a rusty but trusty 1958 Chevrolet pickup purchased with over 100,000 original miles. Behind the truck, looking like a worn-out typewriter ribbon, is a strip of faded asphalt leading to anywhere but here in both directions.
If I don't come up with another story soon, I don't want this. Think, man, think!
At night, his room is harshly lit by the red, flashing neon vacancy sign, slowly buzzing and sinking into the shifting sands. The daily calm of the desert is often replaced by a nightly symphony of arguments, screaming, gunshots, and all too frequent sirens, written and performed in multi-part harmonies by the other long-term residents.
Ah!
What shall we read? Alright. Maybe another Colorado James adventure, let's say. Okay. Mr. Olivetti, let's make some magic.
Mr. Asher recently found a seafoam green 1965 Olivetti Underwood Studio 44 typewriter on a pile of discarded junk in front of a burnt-out government warehouse. He doesn't know it yet, but this has the potential to be the most valuable item he has ever owned. A fresh ream of typing paper stares at him from the desk. Will it serve as a blank canvas or a death shroud?
He was about to leave the chamber when something metallic caught his eye. Colorado James moved the sand away and realized it was a small vessel. It was, in fact, a cast bronze lily. He surmised that it was likely from around 237 BC, as it was similar to other relics of the Parthian era. To be sure, he rubbed the remaining sand away from the surface with a small paintbrush from his pouch. He deftly uncovered a simple motif depicting wind and fire, or perhaps it was wind that was on fire. This was an unusual find, to be sure. At that exact moment, a thin, periwinkle mist started to swirl out of the lamp's tiny opening. As the mist poured from the lamp, it sparkled like a rain seeded with sapphires. The slow hiss began, and then intensified into a vulgar moan, as if a tomb of ancient cursed souls had suddenly opened and violently been opened. The howling and the mist quickly expanded to fill the entire chamber, with the shrill cries echoing off every surface like the shrieking of a frightened bat. Just as the mist reached the outer wall, it began to recede back toward the center of the room, twisting and contouring itself into a human form. Well, not exactly human per se, but human-like. A translucent skeleton began to appear and was quickly covered by musculature, sinew, veins, and organs. They all started to form on top of and within the armature of the skeleton. A torso, arms, and then ultimately a head were rendered line by line like a grandmother knitting a Christmas sweater. This strange apparition had no legs, but rather a frenetic and expanding trail of mist emanating from the wind, raging like a tempest. The entity became thicker, denser, and then altogether opaque. The remaining mist condensed into cobalt blue skin and wrapped itself around the entire body. The last features to form were the eyes and the lips. The face was flat and expressionless, until the last soul-wrenching verse of lamentation echoed off the walls in the eerie silence that followed. Two perfect ice blue orbs emerged as eyes. Oh, those eyes. They twinkled in the torchlight, and then rolled around to focus on Colorado James. A horizontal split ripped its way across the face of the creature. With a coarse and raspy voice, it spoke slowly, like sands moving across the expanse of time itself.
You have awoken the Jinn. I have been enslaved for centuries. And for your kindness, you are granted 3 wishes. Use them wisely.
3 wishes from a Jinn trapped in a mortal lamp. It's a bit overdone, but maybe I could do something with it. I wish I had a lamp like that. Oh well. Wishing won't get me any closer to that deadline. I better get back to task. Oh, great. I wonder who this could be. Just a second. Oh. Hello, Miss Delaney.
Oh, hello, Alan, darling. Please, call me Doris. Is this a bad time?
It kind of is, Doris. I'm just working on my latest story, and I need to finish it or I don't get paid.
Oh, I'm so sorry, sweetie. I do hate bothering an artist at work.
It's quite all right, Doris. So if you don't mind, I'm just going to get back to it.
You know, that reminds me of my ex-husband, Donovan. According to him, distractions can really screw up the proverbial mojo. Wait, was Donovan number 4 or husband 4 or 5? I think it was husband number 5.
Doris, I really need to get back to you.
Yes, right, he was definitely husband number 5. I married him right after I left the card shop and before I married the salsa dancer. Anyway, Donovan was a painter. He'd often paint these porcelain-skinned young women in a state of blissful repose. He even had one of those velvet fainting couches in the studio. He'd paint them mostly in the nude, of course.
I see, but Doris,
Anyway, he was getting pretty good at it. He just started to get some commissions for some calendars and those tasteful skin magazines. He'd even hustled up some commissions from clueless businessmen who wanted boudoir portraits of their bored trophy wives. Those men had far too much money on their hands, and apparently way too much faith in the sanctity of their marriages. My ex was delighted to relieve them of both.
but Doris,
Oh, Alan, I must sound like I'm being overly harsh. I did love him. I gave him money for art school, and I used my own money to hire some of his first models to help him build a portfolio. I'm no prude, but I'm only human. I wasn't always thrilled with all the time he spent painting those naked little nymphs. That said, I did my best to put my feelings aside and continue to be the supportive and dutiful artist's wife.
well, sure, but Doris, I really must get back to you right now.
That all changed one cold and dreary afternoon. I made a picnic lunch and decided to make enough food for all 3 of us to have a sort of little painting party in the studio.
Sounds lovely, but Doris, you'll have to tell me how the story ends another day. I really have
Well, wouldn't you know it, but he flew into a rage. He said that I was not only spying on him, but actually distracting him and keeping his art from the world. I felt so hurt and ashamed.
I'm sure you did. Then what happened?
Well, I didn't feel that shame for long. As fate would have it, not a week later, I walked in on him dipping his brush into the wrong pot of paint, so to speak.
That's terrible, Doris. What did you do then?
I immediately threw him and that little hussy muse of his right out the door.
That seems reasonable.
You know, the poor lady was so scared that she ran out of the door without a stitch of clothing. I bet she got pneumonia. Oh, well, serves her right.
That's quite a story, Doris. I mean, wow. But I really am on it.
Then a year later, I met the salsa dancer, Miguel de Carlos. Muy caliente. You know, Alan, if you really wanted to sell some stories, you should write about me. I'm a tough old broad, and I've had more than my share of dangerous liaisons.
That's clearly true, and writing about your life sounds like a fine idea, of course. Hey, I hate to sound abrupt, but...
Yes, Alan, what is it?
Well, you see, I'm under a pretty tight deadline. I don't get paid if I don't finish, so I was hoping to stay on top of it. Was there anything you needed?
Oh, I understand. I didn't need anything, per se. I just wanted to see how my little writer was doing, and to remind you it's almost the 1st of the month.
Yes, Doris. I know. You will have your rent. It may be a couple of days late, but you will definitely get it.
I'm sure I will. You know, I like you, Alan. I really do. You're a sweet boy with a good heart. But make no mistake. I gave up supporting artists the day I kicked out that 2-timing painter of mine. Are we clear?
Yes, Doris. Crystal clear. Rent will not be late.
There's a good boy. Thank you, sugar. Oh, I have other tenants to chat with. Ta-ta and good luck on that story of yours. I hope you make your deadline.
Yeah, ta-ta. And thank you, Doris. Oh, man, I'm gonna fix now. I have to finish the story, get paid, and pay Doris first. Okay, no time to waste. Let's get back to it. Get it together. So, where was I? Ah, yes.
You have awakened the Jinn. I have been enslaved for centuries. And for your kindness, you are granted 3 wishes. Use them wisely.
3 wishes, eh?
Dang it all. What does Doris want now? I'm coming! I'm coming! Doris, just hold on. Dang it! Get out of here, boy!
I'm sorry. I take it that's not your dog.
No, it's not. It's just a stray that I feed a few times. Now he keeps coming back with his paw out, so to speak. Come on, buddy. I don't have any food for you today. Poor pup.
I'm sorry about that, sir. Can I help you chase him out?
Oh, it's all right. He can stay for a bit. Guess I could use the company. But seeing as you're not Doris, how can I help you?
Are you Alan Asher?
Yes. Who are you?
I'm the delivery guy. I have a package for you.
A package for me? Are you sure?
Yes, I am. See, your name is right here. I'm a delivery guy. It's my job to deliver the packages to the people whose names are on them. Your name, your package. That's how it works.
Of course. I'm sorry, I meant to say that I didn't order anything.
But you are Alan Asher.
Yes, but
I have a package for Alan Asher. That's you. Ergo, this is your package.
It is me, but I keep trying to tell you that I haven't ordered anything.
You're Alan Asher. I have a package for Alan Asher. I deliver packages. Your name is on the package, and so...
Okay, I give up. I'll just accept it. Where do I sign?
Sign here and initial there. Perfect. This is your copy, and here's your package. Have a nice day.
Yeah, you too. I wonder what it could be. It's kind of heavy. There's no return address. No postmark? How strange. What? It can't be. It's an oil lamp. Just like the one from my story? The story I'm writing right now? How strange. I just started writing it today. In fact, I haven't even told my agent about it. I wonder if it has its own gin. What do you think, boy? Shows what you know.
Where did this mysterious package come from? Will Alan be able to make his deadline before he's thrown out of his deluxe room at the Motor Lodge? Will he be able to write his ticket out of his neon cell? Or will he simply be the author of his own epitaph? We shall soon find out, as this is anything but a typical day of writing from Mr. Asher.
Well, now, wasn't that a series of events that unfolded in a dramatic and or comedic fashion? Why, that makes me feel in ways that exist as feelings. I tell you.
I'm sure it does, Horatio, but you know what else can make you feel things in nondescript ways? Gentleman Joe's fine blended whiskey. The gulping whiskey. Yes, with every gulp of Gentleman Joe's fine blended whiskey, there's a rush of feelings. That cedar-aged flavor brings hints of sadness, notes of anger, and a rush of regrets. All of these feelings and more are found within every bottle of Gentleman Joe's fine blended whiskey. And now back to The Typewriter by Todd Gardner, here on Horatio Dark's Between the Lines.
I've cleaned and rubbed the lamp, and no dice. Thought that was the way it worked. Maybe I'm supposed to say something? Okay, well, here goes nothing. Oh, great Jinn! If you are in the lamp, please show yourself and grant my 3 wishes. I guess this is yet another disappointment. Oh well, it was worth a shot. Okay, Alan, you have to finish the story, or Doris will throw you out on your keister. Let's get back to it. Where was I?
I would imagine that many people have asked for something grandiose, like treasure or true love, or even more wishes. Alas, those wishes always seem to come with dire consequences.
You seem wise. Choose your first wish.
I'm getting there, my friend. This isn't my first rodeo. I've heard many stories of your kind. One must use their wishes carefully and be very clear.
Yes, clarity is essential.
Agreed. But why should I trust you? What's your angle?
No angle, James. It's what our kind does. We grant wishes.
It is tempting, though. I mean, if you're telling the truth, the world is my oyster.
This is true. Make your wish, James.
Well, Jim, if I had to start, I guess I'd like to be wealthy. And by wealthy, I don't mean in a way that creates other problems. I think I'd prefer to always be comfortable.
Is that your wish?
Yes, it is. I wish to be always comfortable.
Very well. Your wish is granted.
Just like that. How will I know that it actually happened?
Yes, just like that. Our word is bond, James.
Comfortable. I wonder what that feels like. How marvelous would it be to have zero worries and the ability to do what you like? I wouldn't have to worry about my empty pantry or even clothes that don't fit. I wouldn't even have to worry about rent. That in itself would be amazing. Yeah, I wish I didn't have to worry about rent for like 2 years. I could just write in peace without having to worry about meeting deadlines or hustling to make ends meet. Oh, maybe I could finally finish that novel I keep putting off. Oh, even better. With all the money I'd saved, I could finally move out of this dump. Well, back to work, Gardner.
What is your second wish, James?
What is my second wish? I mean, being comfortable is a hell of a thing. What would I want after that?
Ah, who could that be? I'll never finish with all these distractions.
Wah, 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 wah.
Hello? Oh,
Wah, 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 wah.
hello, Nancy. Sure. Yes, of course I'll take the call. I mean, you never want to keep your agent waiting.
Wah, 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 wah.
Yes, I'll hold.
Wah, 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 wah. Wah, 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 wah. Wah, 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 wah.
Hello? Yes, I'm hard at work. I'm nearly finished with another Colorado James adventure.
Wah, 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 wah.
What's it about? Well, it's about 14 pages so far.
Wah, wah.
Yeah, I know. I'm sorry. I've never met a pun I didn't like, but to answer your question, it's a story about a djinn.
Wah, 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 wah.
What's a djinn? Oh, a djinn is, it's in essence a genie. I thought using the traditional nomenclature would be more compelling.
Wah, 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 wah.
Oh, you need to talk to me about something?
Wah, wah, wah.
This seldom ends well. What's on your mind?
Wah, 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 wah.
You're kidding! No, I mean, I believe you. I was just waiting for the other shoe to drop, so to speak.
Wah, wah.
No, I'm thrilled.
Wah, 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 wah.
They want an entire series of Colorado James adventures,
Wah,
and a book,
wah,
and a movie script?
wah.
How can that not be the best part?
Wah, 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 wah.
Shut the front door. They're offering an advance? How much?
Wah, 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 wah.
How much? That's, yeah. Wow. I mean, even after your cut, that's like 2 years' rent. I just don't know what to say. I'm lying. I know exactly what to say. Yes, I'm in. And seriously, thank you. This changes everything.
Wah, 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 wah.
Yes, ma'am. I'll get started right away. Do you hear that? I'm already typing.
Wah, wah.
Yes, ma'am. No, thank you. Have a great day. Yes! I can't believe it. What do you think about that, boy? Yeah, I can tell you're thrilled for me.
What a stroke of luck. Things are definitely turning around for Mr. Asher. He's just received a lucrative writing deal that will clearly set him up for the foreseeable future. He's also 2 for 2 in the granted wishes department. Will he go 3 for 3? And what happens to our intrepid explorer, Colorado James?
Oh. Oh. It seems there is something missing.
Yes, and do you know what's missing, Horatio?
I couldn't possibly guess.
Communism. Still basking in the afterglow of success, Alan attacks his writing with renewed fervor and enthusiasm. He senses that he may be making a comeback, and will once again be a star in his literary circles. This also means that he'll finally escape his blinking red neon nightmare. He is filled with hope, and yet he feels something is missing.
Where was I? Right. Colorado James was about to make his second wish. Huh. What would he wish for?
James, what is your second wish?
Well, Jim, I'm not sure you'll actually be able to help with that one.
But you must make a wish.
I know. It's just complicated.
God, not now. I'm on a roll. Go lay down, puppy. You heard me. Just lay down. Oh, come on, boy. I'm just trying to work here. Poor pup. Okay, back to it.
Well, I'd like to meet someone special. After my wife died, I found that I had no one to go on adventures with. You know, I've been to wondrous places and seen amazing things. But to be perfectly honest, none of that holds a candle to returning home to someone who's truly excited to see you.
Ah, so you are seeking companionship. Is this your wish?
Yes, I believe that it is. Okay, Jim, I wish to share my life with a companion, whether it be on the Isle of Wight looking at dinosaur remains, or the Isle of the Frozen Foods at the local market.
So shall it be, James. You have but one more wish. Use it wisely.
You know, Jim, I don't rightly know what else I'd want. Comfort and companionship sounds like a good life. Do I need to make a third wish? Or can I just quit while I'm ahead?
You must make your wish. It's how it's always been. And how it always be.
You drive a hard bargain, my friend. In that case, I guess I'll wish for.
Oh, come on, buddy. I was almost finished with the story. Colorado James had one more wish. I was on a roll. Jeez, everyone's a critic. I mean, the story checks out on Maslow's scale, right? Comfort, companionship, everyone needs that. I'm glad you agree. You know, pup, it gets a little bit lonely here in my palatial estate. I really wish I had a companion. Oh well. What do you want now, boy? Do you want me to let you out? Well, okay then. There you go. What? Do you want me to come with you? All right. You know, if we keep hanging out like this, I guess you'll need a name. Would you like to have a name? I'll take that as a yes. How about Sandy? Sandy it is then. Come on, Sandy, let's go for a walk. Who's a good pup? You are! Yes, you're such a good pup. Come here, good dog.
Alan Asher, rather unremarkable writer who literally and figuratively found himself behind a rather remarkable typewriter. As the door closed, a periwinkle mist flowed from the typewriter and filled the deluxe room. The gin was now free from the seafoam green 1965 Olivetti Underwood Studio 44 typewriter that had entrapped him, and the 3 wishes had been granted. There were no penalties or surcharges on these wishes, for they were fair and reasonable. Comfort, companionship, and what amounted to be a souvenir from an ancient time. Somewhere, the gin smiled, for he had actually found someone truly worthy of the gifts he had to offer.
My, wasn't that a conclusion to the events told in that particular order? That story sure did end. At a point, there was most definitely, there were words to the tale. Now there were no more words. Next time, on Horatio Dark's Between the Lines, meet our protagonist. Their status quo is established. But one day, an event happens that changes the status quo forever! An antagonist is introduced and conflict ensues! Will the conflict be resolved? Find out next time on Radio Play, script title here. On Horatio Dark's Between the Lines.
You just heard The Typewriter by Todd Gardner here on Horatio Dark's Between the Lines. Featuring Atticus Emerson as Alan Asher, Mike Yance as Colorado James, Josh Gutman as the Gin, Sarah Wiseman as Doris Delaney, Pascal Westbrook as the Delivery Guy, Chris Allen as the narrator, V. Lee as Horatio Dark,
Brendan Perry as the announcer. And as always, Dave Marcoux on the Foley. All right, everybody, we're going to take a 10-minute break and let